Tonight, Robert Roberson is off death watch, back on death row, where he has waited for the past 21 years to die, and where I recently met him.
You're about to be put to death.
Yes, sir.
Last night, outside the prison in Huntsville, family and supporters embracing when news came a stay of execution had been granted after an excruciating roller coaster overnight that brought Roberson within 90 minutes of receiving a lethal injection. The stay granted by the Texas Supreme Court after a stunning move by a bipartisan group of Texas lawmakers.
We believe this to be an innocent man where the facts have not come out.
A legislative committee crafting an unprecedented plan to spare Roberson's life by serving him with a subpoena to appear before the committee next Monday. A hearing the court noted he cannot attend if he is dead.
I would love to see him get a new trial. There is so much that was thrown out on hearsay, medical experts, things that were not allowed.
Veteran Texas criminal attorney Brian Weiss, who is not involved in the case, calling the legal twists unheard of.
What happened yesterday, in a word, was extraordinary. In the 45 years since I've left the Court of Criminal Appeals, I've never seen any fact pattern that comes within an area code of what happened.
Roberson was convicted in the 2002 shaken baby death of his 2-year-old daughter, a now broadly discredited medical diagnosis.
I couldn't believe it, because I was accused of, I lost her, but then I was accused of her death,
Roberson, who spent what he thought to be his last hours with family and his spiritual advisor, now hoping lawmakers can give him what the courts have not, his life.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.